Hello, Mario. Bisexual Mario.
Bisexual.
Hi, bisexual Mario. How are you doing, bisexual Mario?
I'm alright. Bisexual Mario is doing okay.
That's
I'm
great
happy
to
hear
hear.
about that. Happy Halloween.
He did.
Yay!
He didn't do his job last night, so I feel bad. But otherwise, yeah.
No, you were going crazy last night.
What's his job? What is
Editing.
What does bisexual Mario
Editing.
do? Oh, okay.
Bisexual Mario edits for Moxie Boosted.
Sorry, all I heard was bisexual edits for Moxie Boosted, and I'm like, what?
Bisexual Mario edits for Moxie Boosted.
Yeah. We've just been informed by a TO that someone got team checked because there was a Iron Hands named Brian Hands, which is fine. But two, someone who got team checked because they shortened it to Mr. Hands, which don't do that.
Yeah,
We will not be elaborating
we
as to why.
recently learned the story behind Mr. Hands. I didn't realize that was the guy. Don't do that.
You know, we'll keep it to that.
And literally, some people say don't Google as like a joke to tell you to Google. Literally don't.
Like actually,
We will not be talking about horses in this episode. Not at all.
Like just know that you should not learn who it is, but you should also not reference it.
Yes.
Especially at Pokemon events.
Yeah, I understand not knowing and just calling him Mr. Hands. That's fair. But yeah, no.
Mr. Hands was his father. Call him Brian.
Yes, Brian is his first name.
But yeah. Anyway, welcome back to another episode. Podcast.
We've been dead.
We're all here. Whoa.
Yeah, we've all been dead, and the shiny hunting episode didn't come out for like 3 weeks because I was silly and didn't upload from Smile, but this will hopefully be uploaded as soon as it's ready, which is like in 2 days.
Crazy. You're such a silly Willy.
We had Peoria. We had San Diego. I hope we had Sleepy Time. We had a lot.
Yeah,
since we've been here.
We've all been sleeping.
Yeah.
No one acknowledge me as I go get a drink of water.
Oh, good. He said not to acknowledge him. No.
Then you immediately acknowledged him. Damn, fake one. He's fake. That's crazy.
I'm fake as fuck. But yeah.
I'm kidding.
But yeah. A lot happened, man.
Yes. Where do we even start?
We start at not the regional. I don't know. Kamara run a regional. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
That was San Diego, wasn't it?
Was it San Diego?
No. San Diego.
Pull up.
San Francisco. The one that happened in California.
Wasn't
that
it Peoria?
Sacramento.
That's there we go.
They all sound the same. I don't blame you.
San Francisco. Fucking. Ugh.
I was like, San Diego. Damn, I wish there was one in San Diego.
You went to San Diego last year. That's what that was.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I'm caught up now.
So are we starting with regional?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, wait.
I mean,
Brady, what the hell? You said no, we're not doing regional to start with, and then started with regional.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't be trusted. I'm still kind of out of it. Cannot be trusted. Do not trust this man.
Very valid. Very valid.
It is okay.
What is happening in Marcos's?
Is he doing laundry?
Is he vacuuming?
He's making noise. He's being a creature over there. Let him be a creature.
Okay.
No.
Well, I mean, you guys went to regional, so like, tell us the scoop. Tell us the stories of your regional experiences. Yeah.
My regional experiences went kind of crazy. Oh wait, actually, hold on. I don't think we've recorded since the local where this happened, and I really want to tell the story of the Urshifu endgame.
Go for it.
I've definitely told y'all this story. I don't know if Marcos has heard it. So he better come back in time to hear it. SMH.
I've been here.
Okay, he'd been here. So, to a local the week before Sacramento, and I learned Ogerpon is great in a Scarf Urshifu because as long as he's locked into Surging Strikes, you just sit there and get free health. I was in an endgame versus a Brian Hands and a Scarfed Urshifu that's locked into Surging Strikes versus my Water Ogerpon. Sick. I am currently winning the... I'm clicking Horn Leech, Brian Hands is clicking Drain Punch. I'm winning the Recovery War because I'm getting healed every turn by Surging Strikes. And then I'm like, oh, I can just click Spiky Shield. The Iron Hands has to take chip damage off of me. And then Urshifu Surging Strikes goes through the shield and heals me still. Perfect. I start doing that. And then the Urshifu struggles. He didn't PP max Surging Strikes, which won him the game. This was game 2. He had won the first one. He won game 2 because he had 5 Surging Strikes. Struggled me. I lost the Recovery War. It was so funny. It was so funny.
It's crazy though because literally at a PC I was in. This is the one right before Peoria started, so it was like the Friday before the Saturday. Mm-hmm. Same thing happened to me. The exact same thing happened to me, but it was like a little bit reversed. So I had a Pelipper at this event. I was running Rain, and I make the end game literally 1 Mon versus 1 Mon. My Pelipper versus his Landorus, and he's Scarf locked into Rock Slide, and I'm like, GG, little boy.
Oh, perfect, yeah.
16 wide guards in a row is my end game.
Yep.
I only had 10.
Oh no!
And my opponent, needless to say, did PP max. So I clicked 10 of these things, wasting my time, and then died to a Rock Slide. And I'm like, oh, cool. That was great. Good to know.
I am so sorry. PP maxing is sometimes optimal, sometimes inoptimal. It just depends on the vibe for the day.
I'm surprised that it's even like still a thing. Like PP maxes being a resource that are harder to obtain than most is like,
oh yeah,
really? We're still doing that? Like every other resource feels kind of free.
You can buy PP ups.
Yeah, but that's not a PP max. You know what I mean? Like, just give me 1 of the thing, not 3 of the thing that I need to get. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I guess that's.
I know
fair.
what you mean, but you just buy 3 PP ups. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh wait, I have I have more to talk about at that local. Gavin Michaels won that local in the best fucking way possible.
Mm-hmm.
I think I came home and I showed some of y'all the VOD, but so he's in a losing matchup, and he's lost game 1. Game 2's not looking great. His Scarf Lando has Fissure over, I think, U-turn or Rock Slide. Oh, over something, maybe over Terra Blast. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but it has Fissure. His out is Fissure.
Oh, you did show me this, actually.
He hits the fucking Fissure. And then he hits another Fissure. So the most insane... Like, he just kept fucking landing them. It was crazy. And the most insane turn was his Landorus lived on 1 HP, landed a Fissure. He sent out Clefairy the next turn. It clicked Sing, and it landed.
Jesus Christ.
Which was the stupidest turn ever. It was hilarious.
Top player privilege.
It was great because the other finalist after the end was like, it was a great time playing you, and he goes, was it a great time? It was.
Oh, actually, I do remember this. I saw a tweet about this. It was like best sport ever in VGC just dropped because he just said good game. Thanks for the
yeah,
the set.
literally.
After getting Fissure singed, and I was like, oh yeah, that is the best sport ever.
I respect the hell out of it. That guy was one of my losses. I don't remember because he's running Psy Spam, and I had my King Gambit didn't have Katao at the time. It just had Sucker Punch.
Ew.
Yeah, I know, right? I was so dumb. I'm a King Gambit noob. I did not know his true power. I've learned his true power. I filled out the King Gambit apology form.
You went kind of crazy with King Gambit at Sacramento though.
He's very good. I like King Gambit. I've learned the power of his ways.
Of Gambino.
Of the Gambino. And that's really all I have pre-Sacramento. The rest of the stuff is Sacramento.
Yeah, King Gambit with like Ironhead or anything over like, Katao Cleave. That's mildish Gambino. Like it's not doing anything.
Mildish Gambino rather than the childish Gambino.
Yeah, he's mildish. He's not doing much.
Yeah, I'm not very good with Pokemon that are set up and click buttons. I'm very good with I know how to play Fluttermane. You don't need. You play Fluttermane like any other strong Pokemon. You play it like a restricted.
Fluttermane, dog with the flutter on him.
Dog with the flutter on him. But with Gambit, I don't know what it was. I just felt so scared to just let it rip sometimes. And it always surprised me with how much damage it did and how little damage it took.
It's stupid. It King Gambit like challenges the idea of resistances.
Literally.
It really does.
I Terra to get rid of my steel. I'm just pure dark, and I'm like living things I should not have. And it's
here's a good way to think about it. Iron Hands resist Katao Cleave, right?
Yeah.
King Gambit has a massive attack stat. And clicks Swords Dance, and also has Terra Dark and Black Glasses.
Yep.
After a Swords Dance, that's not resisted. That's getting hit by neutral Terra Dark Black Glasses Katao Cleave from King Gambit.
Yeah.
It's like 75 min. Yeah.
It's more
insane.
like 60, but it's still like if you chip in Iron Hands, there's a chance to get KO'd.
Yeah. It's like I've learned that there are a lot of things. Dragonite, I think, is going to become good again. Because Dragon typing is good because Ogerpon, and then also E-Speed is very good with now that we have another Terrain Setter in Rillaboom. I had a Terra Normal Banded D-Knight do like over 50 to my Iron Hands, and I was like, what? I think the metric to measure a good Pokemon is how well does it hit the hands for?
Yeah.
Can it stall out in Iron Hands?
I'm glad that you say that D-Knight's coming back. I 100% believe all of your metagame predictions because I'm bringing D-Knight to a local this Sunday, literally tomorrow. And I'll tell you, I've been inspired. I've been under the influence of somebody I met at Peoria who was talking about Giga Impact Choice Banded Dragonite.
Oh my god.
I'm 100%
that's all they
click
needed
that.
to tell you. That's all they needed to tell you, Mr. Hyperbeam Torn T.
Yeah.
Thuns T, I mean.
Thun T. I was walking around Peoria talking about how I was clicking Hyperbeam, and I met my partner in crime, and I was like, whoa, what do you mean you're running Giga Impact? It was literally that, what's that frame from Full Metal Alchemist, the two big dudes hugging, or like dapping each other up. It was that.
Yeah.
It was like, you're running hype.
Armstrong and what's his name? Oh, what is his name?
Yeah,
I don't know his
Armstrong and
name.
the other one. It was
Leg Strong.
Izumi's wife.
Izumi's wife.
It was like, dude, we're
Wife,
the two crackheads in the event.
Husband. You're right.
Boy wife.
Boy wife. Male wife.
He is a bit baby girl.
Because you want to know how much Choice Banded Terra Normal Giga Impact does to Iron Hands?
90.
100.
What?
Even.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm taking a... Because the other thing that I love about SoCal right now is we have 4 different monotype players who actually do relatively well for playing monotype. We have a bug guy, a fairy guy, a water guy, and an ice guy.
I feel bad for the bug guy.
No,
and even worse for the ice guy.
The bug guy did the best last local, or at least the last
Does
one
he
I
at
went
least
to.
allow himself to run like a non-bug with Terra Bug, like
No,
Iron
I think
Thorns
it's
or
pure,
something?
I think it's pure bug.
Huh.
He has Sheer Force Cleavor with Sword Stance, I think is his main guy, and then he probably has some kind of Rage Powder redirection.
It gets Sheer Force?
Yeah. That's what I was talking to him last time, and he's like, sharpness is an illusion. Don't listen to sharpness. Go Sheer Force Rock Slide. And I'm like, I believe you. Because that sounds painful, because Cleavor's got like, what, 130 attack? Something stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, go for it. So I want to join the Legion of Monotype and bring Mono Normal to some event at some point, and then have my one non-normal type be Dragonite, because I'm going to Terra Normal anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Real.
I think it would be silly.
They call me Silly Billy.
Silly Billy?
Silly
Yeah.
Billy, the way that you feel.
What other news is there to explore? Guys, I have a hot take.
Oh boy.
I think that we should probably start talking about Pokemon more often.
You
Wow,
think?
really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, I was on the Oko podcast the other day. And we were talking about Pokemon the whole time, and I went, "This is crazy."
We can talk about the Pokemon the whole time. I think we just end up going... Like, we're gonna mention FNAF at some point during this podcast, surely.
Five Nights at Freddy's came out the other day. I haven't seen it yet. I know Ash did. Do we want to talk about that?
I can give my short rundown of IGN's 4 out of 10 is fucking ridiculous and wrong.
I've seen, like, non-IGN, like, independent creators give it roughly a 4 out of 10 as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's an expectations thing. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Michael has also DC'd, so he's probably having internet problems.
His internet fucking perished.
Should we wait a hot second or just keep going?
No, let's keep going.
Just keep going.
Okay.
Michael hates Five Nights at Freddy's.
I think it was an expectations thing because I think a good chunk of people were either expecting it to be a fantastic, wonderful, 100% accurate to the game plot or something new and extravagant. And there were also people who thought that it would be super duper close to the gameplay and they were upset. Like the most common criticism I saw was there was too much story, that the characters had too much to do and that there was too much plot to it. And I read these and I think this is a movie. You cannot have a movie.
Mario fans complaining that there wasn't enough plot. Five Nights at Freddy's fans complaining how there's too much plot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like the IGN review is the funniest thing to me because they said, I think it was something along the lines of FNAF fans of the franchise are not looking for extraneous subplots with little explanation. And I sit there and I think that's the point. Like, that's the point of Five Nights at Freddy's plot.
That's literally, like, the whole reason why people are into it. It's like,
You think people are into FNAF for the gameplay?
Yeah. Well, no, there's some people who are, but it's not the majority. I'm gonna be... So here is my spoiler-free review. It's not sitting in an office for an hour and a half. It's not...
Is the fan please tell me the fan's in the office.
The fan is in the office.
Let's go.
So is the striped cup and the original poster. They like remade the original poster from the FNAF 1 location, stuck it on the wall.
Celebrate.
Yeah, the Celebrate one. I thought that was
Bonnie,
really cute.
You go right. Foxy, you go left. Chica, you sit there and be sexy. All right, gang, let's spring this trap.
No.
Is there anything like that? Is there anything
like that?
No,
there's nothing like that. There's nothing like that.
Bonnie breathing his last breaths, about to die. Freddy, you can leave. No, Bonnie, that's not what FNAF means. Tell me what FNAF means again, Freddy. It means friends never abandon friends. Now let's end this.
None of that shit happens. So here's the thing. It's not a goofy movie. There are some goofy parts, but it's not a goofy movie. And
is it like a B-list horror movie? Is that like how we should expect it?
Yeah, it's a solid horror movie. It's a PG-13 horror movie.
Yeah. It's like La Llorona, you know?
Yeah, it's not terrifying. There's good suspense. There's good setups. The characters and the plot are actually really interesting if you came to a movie to be interested in writing. Because imagine doing that. All the people who gave it 4 out of 10 did not want to go to the movie to watch a plot happen. Also, the one note that I will give, I think that this movie was supposed to come out before Security Breach. And because both were delayed, Security Breach ended up coming out first and the movie second. Just, I'm not going to say anything else, but that's something that I think if you're watching the movie as a fan, you'll enjoy it. If you're thinking about going to watch the movie as a non-fan, do it. I think you'll have a great time. I've had someone say to me, like, they didn't give a shit about Five Nights at Freddy's. They went because their friend went or something, and they actually enjoyed it, and they started looking up details about the story because they were interested now.
Can I tell you something about my girlfriend?
Pretty good. Yes. I like
it. Leah had never even heard of Five Nights at Freddy's. And then during quarantine, she and I were sitting in my living room. We were both drinking a bit. And Game 3 pops up, and my roommate and I are sitting there, and we're like, oh my god, are we drunk enough to watch Game Theory? And Leah goes, what's Game Theory? We're like,
Oh, boy.
And then we explain to her like, oh, well, this series would explain the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's and some theories about it. And she goes, okay, let's watch it. And we get through like an episode. And then we go, that's funny. Let's watch the next one. We get like through 3, right? And then eventually we were about to turn it off. And Leah goes, wait, can we keep going?
Real.
And then I think
They're
Leah
so
watched
real.
like half of the game theories about Five Nights at Freddy's that night.
They're so real. Yes. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Like it the plot is as much plot as the first game had. And you can't go into this expecting the most well-written, like, extremely original thing known to man. It's a game about dead kids haunting something and trying to get revenge. That is the most simplest horror plot ever. Ghost haunts things and does spooky woo. Like, it's not that crazy. But if you're a fan, you like it. Non-fans have liked it. I think hardcore fans expected something else. I don't know what they expected. But from what I can tell, most of the negative reviews are just, this isn't what I expected it to be, you know?
Yeah, which is... That isn't how you review things. You review it for what it is, not for not for what you expected. You fucking moron. Like, that isn't how that works.
The acting's good. None of it felt cheesy. Even the child actors did a great job. The writing's pretty good. I didn't feel any plot holes. I can't remember any, at least. The set design was fantastic. The animatronics are all actual puppets and not CGI, so they look really good. Yeah, it's just a good movie. I would recommend you watch it. Thumbs up.
The only two things I've heard about the movie is, one, people like saying that it's bad, or two, people who have been like into the game since like it came out saying that like this was for the fans. They made this for the fans, sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
So,
it's gonna make the money back regardless because it's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, like I really hope it does well and that it gets more people interested in the series.
You know, I want to go see it in theaters, but it is currently out on Peacock.
Yeah, just watch it on Peacock if you want.
We could all watch it.
Yeah, watch it on Peacock. Go to the theater. The theater experience was really fun, I will say. Anytime it was close to something being bitten, was that the Bite of 87? Just randomly throughout the crowd. It was fucking hilarious.
Did you show up with your Markiplier vision?
Yes, the little Markiplier in the corner of my screen, in the corner of my vision. I actually dressed up as Chica. I made the, like, Let's Eat bib out of a cut-up tank top, and then wore, like, a yellow shirt under it. And, like...
At any point, did the janitor go see, like, a girl fight back against the animatronics and, like, win? And then he went, dang, you're a real nightmare, Chica.
There was no janitor.
There's no janitor? There should be a janitor. That place fucking stinks.
No, because there's the one guy, and that one guy is
William Afton.
No. I mean, like, Michael.
Yeah, his name is Mike. I'm not going to say anything else on the matter, but his name is Mike.
Well, law would indicate that he is also... Michael Afton, but we don't know that for the movie.
Yeah.
Hey, Ash, have you seen the Doobus Goobus Freddy Fazbear video?
Yeah, I do not care for FNAF, and he like goes... He's like...
Yeah. William Afton. He's like, I don't know who William Afton is, and I hope I never find out. Chica! What about Chica? She's sexy.
I hate that. I hate that so much. Please.
Stop calling
Chica has never been sexy.
I need like, when you say that and my mind pulls up the video of that guy playing FNAF 2 and he's like freaking out and he shines the flashlight down the hallway and it's fun time Chica and he's like, damn, she bad as hell though, and then he goes back to panicking.
Yeah.
It was good. There, there's
it
people
messes
in
me up.
It was fun.
It messes me up that iShowSpeed like showed his wiener to his audience trying to play Five Nights at Freddy's.
That is a crazy thing that happened.
Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's has so much lore behind it. Like the FNAF iceberg, when it's all said and done, is gonna be the single greatest piece of like YouTube media ever made.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, just like it's a piece of internet history, and I think about it, and I think when I was 12, 14, I don't remember when FNAF 1 came out, but I was a baby. I was in middle school. I was so excited.
No, I was 14 when FNAF came out, so you weren't.
Okay, so I was probably 10, or like 11 or 12. So it was just like, I thought it was the coolest thing ever because
Well, it is, so.
yes, true. I
it's
hadn't been
pretty
exposed to the internet until I was about that age, right? So to see something horror like this, I kind of missed the gun on creepypasta stuff, but to see something like this and to see how I liked that the plot was hidden, the gameplay mechanics were really interesting. It was a game that I had never seen before and really was kind of a new concept to put into horror. And it was really neat. And I remember back then thinking like, oh, for Halloween one year, I'm going to be one of the animatronics. And then I just never did it because I was too scared of like people being like, oh, you're such a weirdo. And then it especially like once, 4 or 5 years later, it was in the peak of FNAF cringe. Ew, you're so cringe, blah, blah, blah. That kind of crap. And then I was like, I'm definitely not doing it now. So to have it loop all the way back around to see all of these 20-year-olds who grew up with the game, when it first came out and, showing up to the theater with their friends in costumes or wearing masks or something like that. It was a good experience in that. I know that that's not, you can't review the movie off of the theater experience, but to do that it was just nice. It makes me think of the first time I started going to regionals. I'll bring it back to Pokemon. The first time I started going to regionals and I saw people in cosplay, or I saw people wearing their merch and plushies on their heads, the stack attack of hats. And I thought like, damn, I'm not crazy. There's other people who like the same things I do, and I feel kind of validated by that. And it's just fun.
Yeah. Ash, there's an LA regional. I think I'm going to go to that. How close are you to LA?
Yes. No, literally, it's a 2-hour trip for me on the train. I'm going to just stay home or get a hotel with a shit ton of
Brady,
people.
I'm going to fly you out. We're going to LA.
Woo!
When?
I don't know.
It's,
Let's see if I can afford it.
I think it's in May.
If we can do that, that'd be so sick, actually.
Yeah, no, I would.
Holiday, man.
I
need a holiday.
Please. Yeah, no, that convention
No,
center...
you don't get back to work.
Let him out of the content dungeon!
I am your boss. Don't you speak back to me.
Bisexual Mario needs to go back.
Don't you talk back to me, you little shit. I am your mother. I just work over this hot stove all day, and I get nothing from you.
Stop oppressing bisexual Mario! No.
Mamma mia.
I edited your community post to say, instead of vid delayed to tomorrow, to vid delayed for a little bit. So,
Oh, you edited it?
yeah,
That's hilarious.
I was like, just in case somebody's like, you said tomorrow. It's like, no, it says for a little bit.
Sorry, it was delayed because Freddy movie.
Yeah,
Five Nights at Fred.
How does it feel being the second most relevant Freddy in horror, Freddy Krueger?
Like, what's crazy is I have a Freddy Krueger outfit also. It's really just the sweater and the hat, but I thrifted a red and black striped sweater, and I'm like, yo, Freddy Krueger, and then I bought a hat.
Freddy.
Showing up to the Five Nights at Freddy's fucking premiere.
Showing like Freddy Krueger outfit.
Yeah. You're just like, oh shit, wrong movie.
me rolling up to the Five Nights at Freddy's premiere dressed up as Poppy Playtime or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh my
Huggy
God.
Wuggy.
I don't even know what Poppy Playtime is. I just know that it was the thing that came directly after Five Nights at Freddy's, and I was no longer interested at that point.
The first one was neat, and then they decided to split it up into chapters and then make NFTs, and you start thinking, wow, this is supposed to be marketing so you can make money and not an actual innovative game concept.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
And then after that, it was something learning, like it was like you're in a school. Baldy
came way before.
It was way before. So what happened was the next big game up the FNAF, but FNAF was still there. It still existed. Was Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Oh,
that was the next one.
And
Bendward and the Ink Man.
And then Baldi's Basic, which is weird because there's like very little behind Baldi's Basics at all. It's just like a fun nostalgic, like, sort of horror, not even horror, it's like survival. Baldi's Basics is not scary, it's just like...
It was made for a game jam, to make fun of, like, edutainment games.
Yeah, and then for some reason that got
I don't
big.
like the term edutainment.
Edutainment? It's like,
Oh, I heard edgertainment. Like
Oh,
it was supposed to be
no.
like it's edgy, but it's entertaining. Like FNAF. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
no.
like you know, like the horror meant to appeal to kids. I heard edgertainment, and I went ew.
No. Edutainment, like little Einsteins and like learning video games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Arthur,
Yeah.
Putt and Pajama Sam.
Dude, I
Anyway.
have Putt Putt Goes to the Moon. I have that.
That's
Yo,
I also have Putt Putt Saves the Zoo on Steam. Got so much Putt Putt on my PC.
he cannot escape the putt.
They call me the Putt Putt player.
For real.
Putt is pretty good.
Putt Putt a doodly doo.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. Then past that was like for like sort of coming into like sort of COVID era was when Poppy's Playtime was a thing, and it's like, oh, it's a cool concept. You know, you got like the grabby arms and shit, and you can do stuff in an environment, and there's like the blue guy, and he comes around, and he's kind of cool, and then that fell off as fuck because nobody like wanted to do anything else after that, especially with like all
They
the
also made
fucking NFT
NFTs.
stuff. Also NFTs and stuff, so it's like, yeah, maybe not. And then yeah.
And then like Baldi's Basics, not Baldi's Basics, Garden of Ben is just, it looks like it's supposed to be ironic, but it's not. It's just two guys who don't know how to make games, and then they cried and shit and pissed themselves because people said this is a bad game.
It's
was-
like,
Was it pretty good?
No, it was actually like really bad.
it was like,
But it became
all-
popular because it was bad.
yeah.
Dang.
It was almost like a huge example of like, hey guys, maybe we need to like let up on the whole mascot horror thing.
Yeah,
like,
maybe just like disguising horror as like a kid's game to like subvert expectations isn't on its own what makes these good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, FNAF was never supposed to be a kid's game, and I don't think Poppy's Playtime was. It's like more like, hey, stop like trying to do the thing where it's like, oh, it's a kid's mascot, but it's actually, oh, it's scary.
Oh, it's evil.
It's evil.
Oh.
There's kids haunting them. It's like, okay, guys, like, calm down. Let
William Afton.
let FNAF do its thing, and then like make other shit.
Yeah.
It's sort of like how like alright, so I'm not saying that Pokemon is the best creature collector, but it is, and the way that every other creature collector tries to function, it feels like it's very hard to not make it feel like a Pokemon riff-off because
Yeah.
because Pokemon came first, and I feel like that's exactly what's going on with mascot horror.
Absolutely.
Like they can't not be, compared to FNAF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's true, like, sort of, like, it's true, like, the genre and is too like enveloped in being Pokemon, you know, like there's too much like interconnection, like the DNA is like all mixed up. Like if you're making a capture a creature capture, it's like there's almost too much Pokemon DNA in that genre to like differentiate it.
DNA
Like-
Sort of like a
would put it-
Metroidvania, like they get called Metroidvanias, you know?
Yeah.
And like not calling something a Pokemon like feels like you're specific, like calling it a creature collector and not a Pokemon like feels like it's just you're doing it because you don't want to compare it to you're making a conscious effort to not.
Yeah.
I think the only one that I can really think of that like doesn't really, it's like it isn't creature capture, but it's like sort of you collect creatures and shit, is SMT, Shin Megami Tensei is
That came before Pokemon though, so it's like
it did. But also Pokemon is far more popular, and a lot more people are trying to make stuff that are like Pokemon as opposed to stuff that is like SMT. Also, remember,
Yeah.
SMT is very different and very niche.
Yeah.
I would say.
yeah. So I have a theory about games like Shin Megami Tensei. Shin Megami Tensei only recently became at least a little bit popular outside of Japan in like the past couple of years, and even then it's not like wildly popular. And I feel like this is also the reason that it's the same reason that Guilty Gear only became like, a thing in the past couple of years, because the name even you can keep it as Shin Megami Tensei, right? But you need to do something to it to get the American audience invested. Because what are you gonna like? Guilty Gear was never popular here because they would call it Guilty Gear XRD third re-release XV2. Like it's too long. And then Guilty Gear Strive comes out and then goes, oh yeah, it's 3 words. Yes, we will buy that.
Yeah, I think.
And same with Shin Megami Tensei.
I think. Well, SMT has never been like that. Like the worst it's been is SMT Nocturne, which is the 3rd game. But like it's
I mean like, but the name itself, because it's not like it's not localized because you pronounce Shin Megami Tensei the same way you pronounce it in Japan, right? Exact same name. But Pokemon, technically, it's the same thing. But it works here because Pokemon sounds like a word that an American would come up with. Pocket monster, right? And like in that makes it more marketable in the West. Where Shin Megami Tensei, if you were to go up to someone who just like kind of owns like a Super Nintendo and they're like, oh, what are you playing? Shin Megami Tensei. There's nothing there to like explain what it is. Pokemon, Pocket Monster, Shin Megami Tensei. I don't know what any of those words mean.
Yeah.
I need an explanation beyond that. You know what I mean?
I mean, to be fair, Guilty Gear is the same thing.
But Guilty Gear sounds just cool. It's like words that an American would understand. Be like, Guilty Gear, yo. But then it's like Guilty Gear XRD 30. Okay, no, I'm not listening to all of that. No time for all of that, soul bad guy. We gotta save the earth.
Yeah, I do agree with that, but also I think you're not giving them as much credit as they deserve because they have been popular for a while, not a couple of years.
But I mean, like they're not to the level of like games that have like a localized name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Pikmin's more popular than Guilty Gear, even though they're not the same genre, but they're both.
Is
like Pikmin is like a. Oh, Pikmin's way more popular than Guilty Gear. At least it's been more popular.
It's a Nintendo game and it's in Smash. Yeah, it's more popular. It's like
you kind of get what I'm saying here, though, right? Like it's localizing the name, even if only slightly, helps so much for like getting your game to work in like other marketplaces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Metal Gear Solid is also the thing with Guilty Gear is that like it's just they're making like it's like how they did like Street Fighter like 3 Third Strike and like Street Fighter 2 Street Fighter Alpha fucking whatever else. Like,
but it works because it's called Street Fighter, like that on its own market. Say, oh, what are you playing, Street Fighter? That's badass.
They're fighting in the streets.
Yeah.
It's Ryu from Streets.
But yeah.
Also, like, it would be called Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 4. Like, there'd be things before, like, the weird words where someone could just shorten it to, oh, I'm playing Street Fighter 3.
Oh. Yeah, I guess. There's a lot
Guilty
of,
Gear, they don't... Because what is XRD? Like, it's the X game.
So with Guilty Gear, it was the first game was Guilty Gear, and that was I forget that
bad from what I hear.
It had a subtitle. It's a Kusurage, which is shit game, but yeah. Second second game was X, and then the third game was XX, and then Xrd is like a thing. But so X. Oh wait, is XX and X like the same game?
This is what I mean. This is what I mean. You can't keep them in order.
But like it just added like an X at the end, and then Xrd was where it ended. I think it depends on. I think in popularity at least. I think within like internet like
era
subcultures, like I think they're far more popular than you're giving it credit for. But like definitely in like
no for
in like
sure.
in like the normie sphere, like the guy who picks up his Switch and plays the new Mario game because he's like, oh, I like Mario.
Like I knew girls in college who played Pikmin, right? Like tons of girls in college loved Pikmin, but like none of them knew Guilty Gear. None of them knew like Shin Megami Tensei. And there's a reason for that, because it's not marketed to like an audience that isn't like either Japanese or online.
Right.
Even though they're phenomenal games. Like the Guilty Gear franchise has enthralled me recently.
It's really cool. Like I don't even play fighting games, but from an art style standpoint, that shit's beautiful. I love it so much. The character design,
and I
the art
think
style's
a big
great.
reason Guilty Gear like picked up in the past couple of years is because they like it was always like a thing, right? But it picked up more with like non-online audiences because was it Arc System Works made Dragon Ball Fighters? And then after
that's a
like
good
Fighters
one, too.
came out, people were like, "Oh, this is sick. Wait, you're telling me that there's a company who already uses this art style? They have more games?
Yeah.
Tell me about it." And then they found out about Guilty Gear and they told their friends about it.
Yeah. That adds up a lot, actually.
That's how I found out about it. I know that much.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters was like actually super big for like FGC.
Dragon Ball Fighters is an ad for Guilty Gear.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters is like was huge for FGC just because like you know you got people who are like would play like the yearly like Pokemon the Dragon Ball Arena Fighter and
You know they weren't particularly good.
yeah, and then they'd show up. It's all I'm playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse, and it's like, oh, this new game just released. It's a Dragon Ball Fighter, and it's like, oh, this is cool. It's like a 2D fight. It's like Street Fighter. I'm gonna try this out, and then it's like actually kind of decent, and then oh, what? There's a fighting games are cool, man, and then they see Guilty Gear, like you said, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, I think auto combos are huge for making like fighting games more accessible, because being able to press the same button 3 times in a row and do a cool looking combo is rewarding for having someone learn how to play a fighting game. But also, when you tell someone like, hey, yeah, you can do that same combo over and over again, but you can also do that combo and then some if you learn how to do the inputs manually, and then they want to.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why Dragon Ball Fighters was so accessible. Like, I know that was my first big fighting game. Like, I played Mortal Kombat, but like I didn't play it well.
Yeah, Dragon Ball.
That's also why I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Brawl or All-Star Battle,
yeah.
because they have the same system in.
I played a little bit of that, and I remember the best way that I could play was with auto combos. I'm very bad at fighting games, but like to have that as an option, I was like, oh yay! I could like actually win and do cool looking stuff, even though I'm pressing the A button 3 times.
Yeah, and like you can also like knowing that your auto combo can like directly combo into like a super. That's how I learned to start doing combos. I would press A, and then like forward circle A, and it would do like the finisher.
And you're like, whoa,
You
I
know?
did that!
I did the cool
That's crazy.
thing.
Yeah, Marcos, I'm so glad that you wanted to talk more about Pokemon, and here we are talking more about Pokemon.
That was the bit, yes.
This whole conversation was a bit.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
My bits go on for a while.
Speaking about bits and Pokemon and you being on the brother, what happened at the end?
I'm a menace.
What did he do? I haven't watched it yet.
I'm a menace, dude.
Drowsy.
You know what's the worst part?
Drowsy.
Do you want no? You know what's the worst part about that?
What?
Brady, the worst part about that is I'm serious.
What? Huh?
There were many times during that episode I was doing a bit. That was real.
What are we talking about? Can I get an explanation, please?
Sir, I listened to the Urker podcast on the Friday. I was at work. I'm pretty chill. I'm like, oh, I get to hear my friend Buckers talk to Sierra and Joe Brown, and I'm like, yeah, this is so cool. And then he mentions me, and he mentions Michael about the content stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, it's cool. And I get to the end. And they're like, So, Markers, do you have anything particular to shout out? And he's like, yeah, I'm on Twitter. And he was continuing.
Wait, before that though, they had a question of the day.
Yeah, before that they had a question of the day. Before I had a question of the day, they're like, so basically, what would you think is the best pet to have as a Pokemon? And we've answered this question before. We had this conversation on this podcast as a previous episode. Go check it out if you haven't already.
My answer changed from that point.
Then he said it was Wurchian because he's like just a slug guy that sits at your home, and he's a journalist, which I thought would have been a funny thing to say on the podcast, but you changed your answer because I also remember when we talked about it before, you said Drowsy would be a good candidate as well, sir. There you go. It evolves. So you're talking about how Drowsy would be the perfect guy. You know, he's like just like the best like combination of a roommate and a pet. He like sits at home and eats your chips, and chills out with you.
That's valid. That's valid.
So basically what he does is we get to the shout out section of the podcast and then says, follow me on Twitter, and then goes on, instead of, you know, shouting out like the podcast that he's on almost every week, he goes on to say, also here are some fun drowsy facts.
Yo.
Fun drowsy facts. And I was like, there's no fucking way. But he forgot.
I talked about its ability for warn, its weight, how you could pick him up and carry him if you need to because he's only 3'11", how he's adorable. You know.
You didn't shout us out?
Sir,
I forgot.
Sir, okay. That's fine.
To be fair, we're a bigger podcast than them.
We have more subs, but they get more views.
No, my episode got more views.
Are you sure?
I should probably just be... Yeah, no, I checked. It's my episode's the most viewed right now.
Oh,
okay. That makes a little bit more sense because I'm like...
Because I posted it to my channel. I don't really post our podcast, huh? Do I?
No. That's why I was mad. I was like, is this guy like incapable of like... shouting out the pod, like
I forget.
It's like I don't like care that much, but like it's like it happens. It's like, hey, he
it's your show.
I sit here and I'm like, he can shout out the pod. He can do it right now. He could do it, and then he does it. I'm like, oh fuck. It's like that image of like the football coach with the headset. And he's like going, oh. It's like
the guy. Oh, I think that's basketball actually.
Is it basketball? It's
basketball commentators.
It's like a row of people like taking off their headsets in disappointment.
He looks disappointed. Yeah. That's basketball. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they're like the Adam, the one they did with Adam Doricott is like pretty high viewed. So is the James Beck episode. But like, you know, not to say like I'm mad at you or anything. In fact, I would go as far to say that I'm not allowed to be mad at you for reasons. It's just like
do not use your employment of bisexual Mario over him, Marcos.
I haven't.
Well, no. What I'm saying is that I'm not mad at him because I've done disservice to Marcos recently. But yeah,
still waiting for my foreskin back.
Huh?
Yeah, I stole it.
Why?
Yeah. Said something about needing to replace curtains.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna send it back to you with your IP address.
Yeah. Can you email me back my foreskin, Brady? It's starting to hurt.
The foreskin, like in Sharpie, your IP address is written on it.
Yeah, and then he like puts it on a carrier pigeon.
Yeah. It's like Gerger sending the disc to the Speedwagon.
Yeah,
Foundation.
Savage Garden.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the carrier pigeon shows up. There's nothing in his hand. I see him burp. Damn it!
But
it's quite the episode.
Yeah.
Michael just got obliterated midway through.
Yeah, like he's still trying to reconnect.
He got shot with like a railgun and died. Like,
yeah.
You go to his house and you just see like a crater.
It's like an Eric Andre show where he just shoots him in the chair and then goes back to the show.
Yeah.
Who shot Hannibal?
Who shot Hannibal?
Who did it?
That's crazy.
But yeah. Hey Marcus, you should shout out the podcast more often. Smile.
No.
You know what I should do? I should infiltrate the Moxie Boosted videos and say also subscribe to the podcast that I'm on.
To the PoggyCast.
To the Route to One podcast. We do podcast stuff.
Group of 4 23-year-old dudes who were really into FNAF growing up. They make a podcast called the PogCast, and they think that they're the funniest dudes ever because they like made a joke once while they were all like smoking weed. And he goes, dude, we should start a podcast. And they're like, all they ever talk about is Banjo and Kazooie and shit.
You just described what... There's a version of this. This is a version of this for Fire Emblem. And we're friends with it. We're friends with a group of 3
I liked
people.
listening to it. It was pretty good.
I'm sure it was okay.
Did I just say something that was real?
Yes, but it's for Fire Emblem. The podcast
Oh.
FE.
Yep.
Crazy.
Shout out to my goats. We've had one of those members on this podcast when we were missing people.
Yeah. Kachru.
Mr. Kachru.
Yeah. I still... We still haven't done a podcast episode with Marcus and Kachru on the same app. That's funny.
Yeah.
Wait, did we?
I don't think we have.
Interesting.
They would
Just so you know, I'm playing through
jokes.
Pokemon Scarlet right now. I have all 8 badges.
Yeah.
And I did the interview for the champion assessment, and I didn't pass it.
Nice.
Good job.
I didn't pass it. I got all the questions right, but when she asked what brings you to the Pokemon League, I said just for fun, I guess.
That fails it? That's so fucked up.
That fails it. You can't just do this for fun.
This
is serious business.
This is
This is
goddamn
serious shit,
This is
Marcus.
real. This is the real world.
You're getting interviewed by Rika
go back
right
in
now.
and
take it fucking for real, bro.
No. I'm failing. Rika at some point is gonna catch on, and she's gonna be like, "Are you failing just so you can talk to me more?" Hi, Rika.
Maybe.
You can't.
Hi, Rika.
I think, you know, whether or not you're straight, you're gay,
Rika.
bi,
Rika.
whatever gender you want to be or sexuality, everybody sees Rika and they walk up and they're like, "Hi, Rika."
Hi, Rika.
Oh my god, hi.
Hi,
Hi.
Kevin.
Kevin. Who's Kevin? Is that that's the kid from Up?
No, wasn't that the bird?
It's the pickle from SpongeBob. Or the sea cucumber.
Wasn't Kevin the bird from Up?
The bird was what was the bird's name? It wasn't Kevin.
I'm pretty
Kevin's the
sure it was
guy.
Kevin. Kevin Up Movie. It's the bird. The bird is named Kevin.
Oh, wait.
Guys.
Oh,
Who's the gym
bird.
leader of the Cortando gym?
Cortando? What?
No.
Is that
don't-
Katie?
Don't tell him. Don't tell him. He needs to learn.
Yeah, Kevin's
That
the
has-
bird. Russell's the
That
bird.
has to be Katie. I don't know who else.
Russell's the guy.
Okay, good. I got it right. What type did she use? No! Bug.
You know that. Katie was awesome. I love that design.
Yeah, Katie's like a gym leader that you kind of forget about, though, after a while.
It makes me sad because she is so cool. I love, like, she's just a baker. Like, that's
Yeah.
cute. As a fellow bug enjoyer, that made me very happy.
I like that Teddy Ursa is her ace.
Yeah.
It's like a cute little guy, man.
See, I want rematches to happen so I can fight.
Well, they're gonna in the DLC.
Oh yeah, you're right. I hope she has.
And you
an
can trade
Ursaluna.
with them. You can literally trade with them and get like a new Pokemon.
I forgot.
With their,
I forgot that that was gonna be a thing. 1, I love that. 2, I hope she has an Ursaluna.
Wait, that's the same thing that they did in Heart Gold Soul Silver. You could trade with the gym leader. You can with the Heart Gold Soul Silver, you can do rematches and trade with the gym leaders.
You can do
Like,
that.
Yeah. In
I
Heart Gold
never
Soul
went back
Silver.
and did rematches. That's so cool.
After
Guys,
you
can
beat
I
that-
say I don't like Pokemon and still pass the gym test?
I'm not so sure about
I mean,
that
I
one.
would only be telling the truth.
Do you like Pokemon? No.
God damn.
I'm just gonna say yes. I don't feel like there's a lot of questions. I don't feel like redoing it.
Yeah. This is
Do you like Pokemon, Marcos? Me with my Gardevoir, Hatterene, and Teddy Ursa? Yes.
do you like Pokemon? You've never been crit 5 times by an Ogerpon. No, I do not like Pokemon.
No, Rika, do you like Pokemon? Me with my choice band Urshifu Rapid Strike ready to fight her? I will, but you won't. You're about to hate him.
Yeah.
Dude, Rika probably hates Urshifu.
you better have water absorb on that Clodsire, or I'm boy, if you don't, just you punch him.
No, for real, Rika's so real for being mono ground. Ground type is such an awesome type.
Yeah.
I love
So
dirt.
based.
I love
So
dirt.
based.
I'm waiting for a gym leader that's all grounded water types and just like all these goopy guys.
Goopy Jim.
Goop gym. You got gas.
For the remainder of this podcast episode, I'm gonna stream my Elite Four run to you guys.
Oh my god.
Okay. We need to gym leaders need to instead of being type based, need to be like aesthetic based. Like they have the goopy gym.
I really
Goopy.
I really
We have
want to. If
the
I make a
bird
rom hack, I'm
gym.
doing it. Honestly, yeah, like birds that aren't flying type because there are some now.
Yeah, it's like the gym is based off of vibes and not like the actual typing.
Literally,
Even though a lot of the Pokemon that will be in those same categories will be like the
Similar.
same types. Yeah, because like
You know,
the goopy guys, you put Quagsire, you put Clodsire, you put
Gudra.
yeah.
Wishcash.
Last time
Yeah.
I played this, there was no music because I played it when the game came out.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that shit was so funny.
Trying to get some good profile pictures.
Brady.
Yeah.
There should be a flying type gym that only uses like bug flying.
Rika has the hardest stance of any of these people, dude.
Rika's awesome. The whole Elite
Yeah.
Four of this game is awesome. I love the dragon.
I
type.
like her little spin.
I love the dragon type Elite Four guy so much. He's so funny.
She's like all business. I like how she's like the mother of all the other like Elite Four members, because like
They all have problems.
How?
Larry is like, I'm working, I'm here. He's like, shut up.
No, me go work. Me hate work. Me Larry. Goo goo gaga. That's how Larry is all the time.
He's
forever.
me. He's me for real.
Because everyone else is like a crying kid. Like
Yeah.
one's literally a
Well,
kid,
one of them is literally a kid.
and then the other two are like adults that are like I don't want to work, and the other guy's like crying because like it's so
Yeah.
beautiful Pokemon battle.
What do you think about my Quaquaval nickname?
Timothy.
What is your Quaquaval nickname?
That's Himothy, bro.
Timothy. Actually, I'm not gonna watch
It's
your stream.
Timmy Thick.
I can't watch your stream because my internet might cut out and I might explode like Michael did. I feel really
Oh.
bad.
Average LA Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I do want to talk about my Sacramento experience, but I do want to talk about it when Michael's here because there was something related to Michael that I wanted to say.
Okay.
I guess the one other thing about Sacramento that I want to say is that there was someone with an Okie Dokie plush who was running Okie Dokie, and every time they got a KO, they would yell, "He got that dog in him!"
Oh yeah, we heard about that.
I witnessed it. That whoever that was is a fucking legend. I never saw their face. I don't remember. I just remember seeing the Okie Dokie and like hearing the scream and going, those are connected. They're so cool. So cool, so awesome. Yeah, Michael has completely exploded. I'm very sorry, Michael.
I'm very
you-
sorry.
I shiny
podcast
hunted.
viewers.
I shiny hunted my toad squirrel for this run.
That's so real. Wait!
I like toad squirrel.
Sorry, you were
I-
Brady.
You go, because mine's is a tangent, sir.
I was gonna say we haven't talked about Marcos's big achievement, Big W.
What?
You
Oh,
hitting
100K.
100K.
What?
We haven't recorded since you hit 100K.
No way. I hit 100K?
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Little old me?
Yes.
Yeah, little old guy. That guy right there.
This little guy right
About
here.
100K.
Squad W.
Yeah.
Never mind. We're not talking. Brady, what were you gonna talk
Yeah,
about?
we're not doing that anymore.
No,
You said Squad W, it's ruined.
He said Squad W, but it's real. It is
Yeah.
Squad W.
Real life Squad W. I thought it'd never happen.
I feel like I'm aging.
Bro,
I
it's
don't know
like,
what these mean.
what? When did I join? When did I join on? You were like just below 70K.
I think like 50. It was like January-ish, wasn't it? No. It was
No.
yeah. No. You're right. I was at 60. I was at 60 for
It
sure.
was. I joined in like July.
Oh, then yeah, 70.
40K
Yeah.
in a year is crazy.
I remember it being like 69K.
Nice.
But like 40K in that short time, like with the change in like the content that we've been doing, and then like the DLC coming out at the same time, it's like just been huge. It's so great.
Yeah.
When you're
Yeah.
saying that like 50K by the end of the year at the start of this year,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I doubled it. Oop.
Oopsie poopsie.
Oopsie daisy.
I'm gonna hit 1 million within a year.
Damn. I believe in you.
To be fair, every time we upload, I get like 2,000 to 3,000 subscribers. Brady can attest to this.
It's true.
It's every time we do like an edited video. Like the battle videos, maybe like 500.
Yeah.
But like the real videos, like the stuff people show up for, were like 2,000 to 3,000 in like a day or two.
That's fucking
Yeah.
crazy. I only watch your
So-
battle videos. I should watch the
Really?
others. Well, here's my thing. I've been so
Because you already know all my opinions.
I already know all your opinions. And also, I get so busy. I've been so busy this past month that the only YouTube content I can really watch is like long form or like laddering. So I'll put it on in the background. If I'm watching like a, top 10 or like fixing Jodo videos or stuff like that, I want to give it my full attention. And I still end up giving your battle videos my full attention, even though I'm not supposed to, because Brady's too damn good at editing.
Yeah, so Brady failed to finish a video today, and I was talking to my mom. She was like, "Did you upload a video?" I was like, "No, my editor didn't finish today." And she's like, "You should fire him." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Well, he didn't finish because he's got like, ADHD, and it makes it hard for him to focus on some things." And she goes, "Isn't that like a downside?" I'm like, "Oh no, not when you're an editor."
No.
Yeah.
Because
No.
you know how to grab attention. I don't know. Brady, I know you don't do YouTube stuff anymore, and I know I already said this, but like your editing
Brady
style
should upload.
is just good, and I liked your videos not just because you were my friend, but also because they were really damn good. And now I get to see
Yeah.
more of that style in Marcos's videos, and it's just really cool.
I genuinely hope I am not just a YouTuber to you, but a friend in a parasocial way.
Yes, I'm sorry, you guys. Our friendships have been parasocial this whole time.
Yeah, we all hate each other.
I actually hate all. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
all that time we spent like hanging out in like other like calls and shit, and just like talking about shit. Yeah, no, I've hated you the entire time.
Yeah. Well, no, now, so the thing is, I feel like I've always been the most distant out of everyone on this podcast because how busy I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably still going to be just as busy with like, doing YouTube full time.
Yeah.
But now this is part of my job.
Yeah.
Part of your job is hanging out and doing
Yeah.
shit. So,
I might buy the podcast off of Brady and just upload it to my channel instead.
What the fuck?
Just pay him money. Give me your podcast, idiot.
What the fuck?
honestly, I could work like if you invest in like making the like
No,
production
don't give
value,
in.
like higher. I think that'd be
Pay Brady to make the podcast better.
Yeah. I mean, I could do that,
Are we gonna talk about the budget? Or are we gonna talk about Marcos's budget though? How it was like
Oh, all
Student
right. So
loans,
this is
500.
full transparency. This is how much I give a shit about YouTube, guys. So I was showing the budget to my friends, right? And it was like, every month, my health insurance premium is like $200, $250. My car insurance is like, this much money. Rent is this much, and it was all like amounts in the hundreds, basically.
Yeah,
you know,
five to 300.
and then there's one number, and it's YouTube editing and thumbnails, $2,500, and then it's like car insurance payment, $200. You know, it's just.
But it's worth it because that's literally the job now. I'm really happy for you, honestly. Like, to be able to do something that you're passionate about and you enjoy. Like,
I hate my job.
And survive off of it is really cool.
I hated my job so much, and it's really awkward leaving. Like, I feel like my boss is pissed.
Yeah, no, it's weird when it's like, I like doing this and I'm doing good at it, but also this other thing's gonna be way better for me.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
You know that one video? It's like, send this to your significant other, and it's Joey Wheeler. Yeah, 100%. You are my fucking girlfriend.
Girlfriend. I love that post so much. You are my fucking girlfriend, and the N and the G are switched in fucking.
Yeah.
Dude, it's something like so nice about hearing the four kids. Was it four kids who did for?
Yeah, that's four kids who did the New York Joey Wheeler.
The Yu-Gi-Oh like dub. And it's something so great about like doing like the Yu-Gi-Oh voices, like the English Yu-Gi-Oh voices. Yesterday, me and my friend like literally reenacted for like because we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. And apparently somebody with an Exodia deck won a big tournament, and we literally recreated and did like impressions of like the scene where Kaiba gets fucking destroyed. Exodia, obliterate. No, impossible.
There's this post I saw the other day, and it was I had a dream last night where there was a dude at a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament who did the thing that Weevil did with Yugi's deck, where he throws it off like the thing, and but it said, "Say goodbye to your precious pronouns."
Say goodbye.
And like, and they drew a reenactment, and the cards are like he, him, they, them. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
That's so goddamn funny.
Yeah, just Yu-Gi-Oh's English dub can be applied to so many situations and just make it funnier.
It's just so great. It's so awesome.
Oh wait, that made me think of a tweet. I'll need to find it, but it was a quote retweet. Oh, I found it. So this post was quote retweeted with a picture of Vegeta Blue. And it said, "I absorb the pronouns of everyone I defeat in combat. My hair is bluer than you could even imagine. My pronouns are he times 81, she times 74, they times 43, any times 12. Soon your pronouns will be none."
Wait, what is that from? So is that like referencing something that happens in like the Dragon Ball Super manga, or?
I don't think so. I think it's just a funny tweet about someone stealing pronouns, and it's like, my hair is bluer than you could imagine, and it's fucking Vegeta Blue.
Yeah. Oh wait, it's like from a Tumblr post, I would imagine.
No, it was Twitter. Someone quote retweeted it.
Oh, okay.
I'll post.
Because I like when people take like Tumblr posts and then like add like images to them.
I love that. I've had people like
those
tell
are
me like, "Oh,
that's
I hate
high
those.
quality content.
They're so low effort." And I'm like, I don't care if they're low effort. It makes me. I like thinking of my funny characters in funny situations.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Wait, all right. So, what rating? No, I can never take the podcast from this channel because I can't post this to my main.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just realized like we talk about so much bullshit, and I swear on here. So there's this post I saw the other day, and it's one of those. It's like the turning a Tumblr post into a meme. You know, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a regular show episode, and it's like, I'm not saying Mordecai and Rigby are gay, but and it goes and it's completely animated. Or it's like drawn out, it's like storyboarded, and it's a really impressive storyboard. It could legitimately be from an episode. And it says, if Mordecai or if Rigby ever asked Mordecai, if I were a girl, would you fuck me? And Mordecai would go, no, dude, that's a weird question. And then Rigby would get all bent out of shape about it. And then like later on when they're going to bed, Rigby's in his like pile of like laundry on top of his trampoline while they're about to fall asleep. He gets him and he goes, so why wouldn't you fuck me if I was a girl, Mordecai? Am I ugly? And he goes, dude, let it go. I don't care. And he goes, I just want answers. And then Mordecai would go, fine, dude, if you were a girl, I would fuck you, whatever. Now go to bed. And then they go to bed, right? And then the next day, Muscle Man, you know, he's making fun of Rigby. He's saying, oh, Rigby, you're so ugly. You're, you know, who's uglier than you? My mom. And then fucking Rigby goes, whatever, Muscle Man. Mordecai doesn't think I'm ugly. He said if I were a girl, he'd fuck me. And then Mordecai is like, oh, Rigby, jeez, don't have to tell that to everyone you know. And then a giant hand descends from the sky, ripping a hole in space and time to different dimensions. It can rip a hole to any dimension. And he goes, Mordecai, you must live up to your word. And he takes a Rigby from a dimension where they're gender swapped and places it in his universe. And he goes, you must fuck girl Rigby. And then Benson walks into them and he goes, Mordecai and Rigby, stop fucking each other or you're fired.
No, that's a fucking regular show episode. That's what happens.
It's just because you can see it.
Like
That's like
the way that you said their lines, fucking perfect.
It would be a real regular show episode if you replace fuck with go on a date.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like if they made like the Ren and Stimpy like adult version for regular show instead.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They could get away with it. It would work.
I think well they wasn't the show if it the creator went
It was
on to
for
make
Adult
was,
Swim.
was like an adult like cartoon show, right?
Yeah, and basically like the main character was Mordecai and his wife was basically a stand-in for Rigby.
That's great.
Really? That's
I'm
so
pretty
funny.
sure that's how it worked. I never watched close enough, but from what I hear, she was kind of like Rigby.
That's I mean like
Mordecai and Rigby, stop fucking each other or you're fired!
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh.
No, that's peak.
So once again we have reached a tattered end of the podcast. We
You're
are
gonna
at,
talk about Pokemon.
We
Hi,
did for a little
paisanos.
bit.
We're at the end of our rope. And we're gonna end the podcast.
Goodbye.
I need to read out the Patreon.
I wish Michael was here to do it.
Me too.
Also, Marcos has been Michael and Ash has been Marcos for like most of the podcast because of the icons and where they are.
Uh-oh.
That's kind of funny. That's fine.
Good.
And Ash is nobody.
Oh, wonderful.
She never will be.
So I am me, Marcos is Michael, and Ash is Marcos, but nobody is Ash.
And Michael's dead.
And Michael is in the void.
This is what I get for streaming Fire Emblem more than Pokemon. I'm not part of the squad.
Oh no, you are part of the squad. You're just You're Moxie Boosted now.
Yay!
The curse has been lifted.
He ascends into the heavens.
It's like like a ghost like like comes out of you and like transfers into ashes. Like you have to deal with it now. And
Yeah, I'm just
I'm free.
Ash absorbs like the Moxie boosted essence, and she's just like, ah! What's happening? And then she's normal, and I was like, how do you feel? Sad. Good.
It's like
I feel like
it's
I'm
like
at +1
the
attack.
Sounds about right.
it's like that one scene where Zoro like absorbs the bubble
The
thing
bubble.
and like
Yeah.
he like vibrates in pain and like
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's
Oh my god.
You've absorbed like the mental illness that comes with being a YouTuber.
Yay! Slaps roof of Marcos Boosted. It can fit so much mental illness in here.
But thank you to our Patreons for subscribing. I know that you guys, I appreciate you all sticking around despite us not uploading anything.
Yes,
But
bless.
if you missed it last week, we did more shiny hunting on there for an extra like 40 minutes, I think. So go check that out.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you to our Patreon, specifically Crazy Carlton, Shrev, Alan Allen, Illy Credelli, Joseph B, Kibbs McGibbs, Plumber, Preface Gems, Tetsu Abra, and Upsmash for subscribing, as well as everybody else.
And my favorite Patreon, Kissy Monkey 123.
Kissy Monkey. It's like
Kissy Monkey.
It's like you make like a new Patreon account, call it Kissy Monkey, and subscribe him like immediately. That's kind of funny.
$100 goes to myself.
Yeah. Of my earned money, it has to get transferred through Patreon. It's
all
like
right, bye.
money laundering. Anyway, goodbye.
Don't money launder Patreon.
Anyway,
Bye-bye.
goodbye,
Goodbye.
everybody.
Goodbye.